right? I'm gonna think about it for a second.
Why do you need to think about it?
Because sometimes, Tia, you're selfish.
Why are you crying? How am I selfish?
Because you just don't get it. You don't get it right now.
So you're this upset about it?
The fact that I have to explain to you why I was upset because you were late.
You're saying that I'm selfish.
Yes. The thing is you don't care. You think about yourself.
How am I thinking?
Looks like there's serious drama brewing between twin sisters Tia and Tamera Mowry, and word on the street is they might not even mess with each other like that anymore. Tia's finally speaking out about their relationship, and what she revealed has fans stunned. From being tight-knit twins to barely speaking, yeah, it's wild. Back in the day, Tia and Tamera were the blueprint for sisterhood. They lit up the screen on Sister, and everyone thought their bond was unshakable. People swore they'd be inseparable for life. But now, things have flipped. Tia recently admitted that she and Tamera just aren't that close anymore, and fans who grew up watching them together are shocked. The once perfect twin duo, not so perfect behind the scenes. Everybody figured Tia would be leaning on her sister hard during her divorce, but nope, that's not what's going down.
Said you wanted to be the maid of honor, but you couldn't do a lot of things. So in my head, I'm like, you know what, Tia's just being Tia. I got used.
So what really happened between Tia and Tamera? And how did things get so bad between them? Let's get into it. Tia's been going through it lately with her split from Corey Hardricht. After 14 years of marriage, she straight up admitted she's been feeling lonely and having a hard time adjusting to this new chapter. Divorce is rough, everyone knows that. But folks naturally assumed her twin would be by her side through it all. Turns out, that's not the case. Tia and Tamera have been keeping their distance for a while now, and this isn't some brand new drama. It's been bubbling under the surface. Tia and Tamera Mowry used to be the dream team of sisterhood, but now they're living totally different lives. Tia's been grinding on her acting career down in Southern California, chasing roles and staying in the spotlight. Meanwhile, Tamera's chilling up in Napa Valley, living that calm, family-first lifestyle.
Just announced that she's gonna be getting a divorce.
Yes.
Does like a half of your heart break for her?
You know, I support her.
Yeah.
So, you know, whatever she wants, the Mowrys have her back. But I know right now she just kind of just wants to, you know, just process it all, take it all in, and, you know, be a little private about that.
Yeah.
And, you know, as a sister, you know, I'm just gonna respect that.
And if you've been keeping up with them, you already know, Tia's the bold one, way more open-minded and adventurous than her sister. Tamera's always been the more traditional, conservative one. So maybe it ain't that shocking that these two aren't exactly besties right now. People have been whispering for a while that something's off between them. The first real signs of tension, they showed up during Tamera's wedding. Word is, Tia skipped out on a bunch of key moments and wasn't around for some major parts of the celebration. That had folks raising eyebrows like, what's really going on between these two sisters? That no-show at the wedding really hit Tamera deep.
It got worse, but I feel like it's about to get worse. Oh! It got worse. It got worse.
She said, you said you wanted to be the maid of honor, but you couldn't do a lot of things. So in her mind, it was like, Tia's just being Tia, and she had to learn to roll with it. But let's be real. That wedding mess was just the start of a bigger issue between them. These sisters have been bumping heads for years. They even tried to team up on a business venture, but that didn't fly either. Tia's hectic acting career got in the way, and it ended up putting even more strain on their already rocky relationship. Word on the street is, there's been a serious breakdown in communication between the sisters. Over time, little misunderstandings started stacking up, from drama over the wedding to clashing over business deals. It's been one thing after another. And on top of that, Tia's been out here making career moves without always keeping Tamera in the loop, which only added more tension to the mix. Tia's been all about her own projects and chasing her career full speed, while Tamera's taken a different route, putting her energy into family life. She still acts a little here and there, but most of her time goes into raising her kids and helping her husband with his family business. But hey, even with all this drama, blood still runs deep, right? Well, in this case, that whole family over everything idea doesn't really apply.
It's a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Corey some beautiful, amazing children. And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation, there's a celebration. So that's basically, how I'm looking at it now. And I feel like people when they look at marriage, that success equals longevity.
The red flag started waving after Tamera made some comments about Tia's divorce back in October 2022. When Tia Mowry filed for divorce from her husband of 14 years, fans were shook. Everyone thought their marriage was rock solid. They'd been together for 20 years with zero drama. Pretty much unheard of in Hollywood. But that picture-perfect image, it started to crack fast. The divorce news caught everybody off guard. But Tia made it clear, she was done, and that was that. She shared a message saying, "I have always been honest with my fans, and today is no different. I wanted to share that Corey and I have decided to go our separate way. These decisions are never easy and not without sadness. We will maintain a friendship as we co-parent our beautiful children." Straight from the heart, but still a shock. "I'm grateful for all the happy times we had together and want to thank my friends, family, and fans for your love and support as we start this new chapter moving forward in our lives." That's what Tia said after dropping the divorce bomb. A few days later, Tamera tried to show some support in an interview. But let's be real, everyone could feel that weird energy. Something just didn't sit right.
The family dynamic of having a mom and a dad in one household. And when you're dropping your kids off, you actually visually see how that is no longer.
We're about to go to Daddy's house now.
Tia's divorce announcement shook things up, and not just because of the split. The timing had folks talking, since it dropped right when Tamera was releasing her book. Some fans were heated and didn't take that too well. Fans felt like Tia was stealing Tamera's spotlight, dropping her divorce news right when her sister was launching her book. So, when Tamera spoke up in that interview, folks assumed she was feeling some type of way. And ever since that moment, things between them haven't really bounced back. In the 2 years since filing, Tia's been super open about how hard the whole process has been. She even posted a TikTok talking about how tough it's been jumping back into the dating world after the split. And it wasn't cute. She said it straight up got worse. People started thinking she wanted Corey back after realizing how wild and messy the dating scene really is. That TikTok had fans wondering what was really going on behind the scenes. But Tia shut that rumor down fast. She said, "Just because the dating life is complicated doesn't mean I'm going back to something that no longer served me." She broke it down with an example, like,
The most challenging part of my divorce. It's times like this when I feel and wish that my sister and I were still close and I could, pick up the phone and call her. But that's just not where we...
That's like saying if I don't book an audition right away, I should give up on acting. Period. She kept trying to stay positive through it all, even saying in an interview that she didn't see her marriage as a failure. But let's keep it real. Just because she put on a brave face doesn't mean she wasn't hurting. In her new docuseries, the struggle behind the smiles started to show. Tia Mowry didn't hold back. She spilled all the tea about how tough life's been post-divorce. And honestly, it's not shocking she's struggling. She hasn't really been alone in forever. From being stuck to Tamera like glue growing up, to jumping straight into a long-term relationship with Corey, Tia's always had someone by her side. Now she's out here trying to figure it all out solo, and it's weighing on her heavy. What makes it worse? She can't just fall back on that twin bond like before, because she and Tamera aren't tight like that anymore. The once inseparable sisters are now living totally different lives. And Tia's really starting to feel that distance more than ever. Now you might be wondering, didn't Tamera have Tia's back during all this? Well, it's complicated. Tamera did speak up and showed love, praising Tia for putting her happiness first. But let's be real. Saying supportive things and actually showing up are two different stories. And before folks start accusing Tamera of turning her back on her sister, it's probably not like that. She's likely still there for Tia, but in her own way. The truth is, they just don't have that kind of relationship anymore where they can pick up the phone and spill their hearts out. It's distant, not disrespectful, just not like it used to be. Right now, they're both just living separate lives, doing their own thing. And yeah, it's kind of sad. But fans definitely have opinions, and they've been sounding off. People who watch Tia and Tamera, their old reality show, say it was a major wake-up call. The tension between them was real, and nothing like the sweet, goofy vibe from Sister's sister. One fan wrote, "Tamera is very sensitive and cries easily. Tia is super blunt and kept brushing off her feelings. Folks felt like their whole dynamic seemed off. Not healthy at all. Some even accused Tia of being low-key manipulative by putting their issues on display, saying she knew fans would start speculating about why the twins aren't tight anymore. And let's be real. Tia has to know some folks will throw blame at Tamera and start leaving wild comments about her. That kind of spotlight can make Tia look like the victim, even if that wasn't the plan. And no shade, but if you watched their show back in the day, Tia didn't always treat Tamera with the most care. So it's really not that surprising they drifted apart. Family or not, you can't keep treating someone a certain way and still expect to be close forever. Now I want to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss what's coming next.